Welcome to the NHC podcast. I'm Anthony. Unusually, we're going to start by being quite serious.
Because Colin's not here.
Because Colin's...
Only kidding.
Oh, I'm here.
But
and I can be serious sometimes.
I think we'll be serious for about 30 seconds and then we'll get on with
Yes, we will.
It'd be a bit remiss of us not to mention the tragic events at Queen Street, and so just to say our thoughts are with those who've been affected by it.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Especially because it's only just happened for us as well.
Yeah,
it's happened literally. We just literally found out.
The fuckest uppest.
Yeah, it's pretty awful, man.
Our thoughts are with folk there, and I'm sure that goes for everyone in NHC Music. Normal service is about to be restored in the podcast. You'll be
the scary thing about it is like, because it's just kind of breaking news to us now, so you know it's going to get worse, which is awful.
I think
it's only going to get worse when it gets better, of course.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like more things are coming out. It's just literally, and it's just awful
I think the closest thing,
especially at Christmas. There's no nice time, but Christmas is just awful.
I think as folk have been saying, the closest comparison probably is the Clutha.
Yeah, and it's
a total,
and it's not far away from the anniversary as well, which is just.
I was going to say, if you're from Glasgow, you'd be aware of that, but I think if you're from anywhere, you're aware of the Clutha.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
It wasn't just a Scottish thing.
From kind of what we know just now, it's a freak accident and all that kind of stuff. So we don't. It's not. But because there's folk who probably listen to the show who know someone and all that kind of stuff, we couldn't not mention it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Definitely. Condolences, man.
Yep.
I mean, there's a couple of people I know that are listeners who actually I seen on Facebook saying they were right next to it when it happened, which made it even worse. They'd crossed that road coming away from the Witherspoons, I think it was. I saw one guy I know saying, in fact, I know Fraser Thompson, it might have been him actually. I saw Fraser Thompson, the XFM DJ. He mentioned he'd literally crossed the road for the subway about 30 seconds before it happened, and he heard.
He was like back at 2 or something.
I mean, imagine about 1:30. I mean, can you imagine you just crossed the road and you look round and you realise that's just where I was. I mean, it's crazy stuff, man.
Folks say they've got the 25:2 train from Queen Street to somewhere else, and you're like, fuck, that's
madness.
So yeah, as I said, our thoughts and condolences are
really fucked. Yep, thoughts to everyone.
Yeah, definitely, man.
So the actual purpose of this podcast was to reflect over 2014 and the sessions. 2014.
Yeah,
I've stopped that train of thought.
Yeah. You killed it, man.
Oops.
The podcast kind of changed a bit in this year. Massively.
Yeah, podcast has changed. Yeah.
Well, I suppose we can start with it's a good place to start as any.
For one, we're now recording in sunny Greenock. Palatial Greenock, some might say.
Fellatio?
Fellatio, yeah. That's
what I thought you said.
I did say palatial, but there's
what the fuck does palatial mean?
Sort of.
I really don't know what that word means.
It's like fellatio except with less tongue.
With more punch.
With more punch.
It's like
more rank.
It's palatial with a fist involved.
Oh, you're doing it wrong.
The iron fist of
justice.
Why do my girlfriends keep exploding? I was going to say dying, but exploding would be more sophisticated.
So
they just hate doing their arms.
I know, I just hate combustion of birds.
A combustion.
Combustion. Told you normal service would be resumed.
We moved to this professional setting, as you can tell by hearing us talk.
Yeah, so this is pretty much going to be a roundup for 2014, folks. So strap in.
And in case you missed it, the first time we said it because we were talking shit, I know.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we moved to the studio in Greenock.
SoundShape, here we are.
The presenters kind of have changed a wee bit as well. We've got the lovely
Jamie
James.
died.
Alive. Jamie died.
He is alive, but he's dead technically.
He's dead to us.
I think he's dead
to us. He's just dead to us in the podcast land. He's dead to listeners. That's how he's fucking...
He's like that racist uncle that comes 3 or 4 times a year.
On your back.
Fucking hell.
Celebrity
That
beasts.
was far too... Well, James is only celebrity now, so he can... that was far too quick.
You can tell
Colin said that with a single tear coming down his face. That's where the name came from.
I got a bit of my eye, that's why. You can tell that we've had a few beers. It's already started.
Jamie's still involved with the podcast in that he's going to be a frequent guest from time to time.
Yes.
Definitely.
He's an infrequent, frequent guest, Godfather.
The other kind of big thing I suppose that changed this year is we've had fucking live sessions.
Yeah, man, they're awesome. Yeah, some really good ones.
We've had some interviews as well, like Chris Renfrew and Colin.
Colin Moran. Of course, with James McCulloch goes into news. But that was interesting because we've covered all the art forms have been covered.
Yeah, actually,
reading, writing.
Start with James. What was your favourite session?
My favourite session was, I was actually going to joke there and say for a start, but the sessions were actually a turnaround for NHC because for being here, there's less that can go wrong with a session. But of course, I'm forgetting that we had one fuck up that disappeared.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. It never happened. We've mentioned that before.
Yeah, we have mentioned it before. So let's just not dwell on it. Fuck it.
We're all pals now.
We're sorry, Uncle No Bad Touches.
Because it's funny you say that. The reason I say it is because you asked me what my favourite session was. My favourite session...
That would have been up there because I've actually got a copy of that on my phone. Well, which is really good. Which is more than they've got.
The Fluorescence Heart session I thought was fantastic. We've done probably one of the best chats as well with bands.
Yeah,
as well.
bright. It was outstanding.
For me, I mean, it was end of the summer. It was a nice sunny day and everything as well. It was a really nice day.
And I was
Unfortunately, things went wrong. But I guess it's actually quite difficult for me. Huxtable would be the instant favourite, but it's almost it's kind of twinned with the Zero Fight Feedback one. They did. I mean, that was the first proper big loud session we done, and it was fucking great.
I loved the Huxtable.
It was really good.
I think they've all been good in their own way. There's been some kind of
because they're different. Every one of them is different.
There's been some kind of thing from all of them. Because to be honest, I'm not a big fan of punk, but coming away for the
Sucks Pastors one, yeah,
sounded
that was brilliant. Yeah, that was really good.
They're our most viewed one, to be fair to them as well. So
very much so.
And I mean, by a country mile.
The least viewed one's my favourite one. Quinny.
Is that least viewed?
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about it. It's because it's Quinny.
Do you know what it is? It's probably because the bands...
Quinny's kind of like...
You're beaten by numbers. The bands probably watch their own sessions
but it's not that as well.
Quinny's not going to sit and watch himself.
Do you know it's not... Well, I don't know.
In the mirror.
I bet he does. Well, like Madonna's I Touch Myself on the background.
Aye. The thing is, though, with Quinny, though, it's like... Because he's been on a show more than anybody other than us, in Bolton, maybe... He's literally...
Of course,
we've
had him. He's been a session guest, I suppose.
I was going to say, like, Quinny probably has been on it more than anybody.
He has.
Because he's been on about 4. No, I'm on that. He was on
before that.
Is it about 4 or 5 he's been on?
4 times, that's right.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like one of us, sort of. He's one of us, but talented.
He's like Jimmy. He's a recurring cast member.
Yes.
No, he's in recovery. He's like Jimmy's in recovery.
They've both turned up pretty hungover all times they've arrived, so you know, there's a lot in common there. No, Quinny was good because it was nice the last time we done the session. Obviously, that was the one you can find. Go to the NHC podcast after the /aftertheyoutube.com.
Nice.
Yep.
That's confused everyone who's hungover on Christmas right now. I know. I'll do it forward.
It's confused me and I'm fucking here.
YouTube.com /NHC podcast. Everything's up there, and it's quite
There's
amazing.
some outstanding ones
it's
actually.
It's really good to see now, and they're all
sessions are great. The sessions are really,
it's
really
a
good,
wonderful thing.
Yeah,
Christmas
man.
miracle, so it is.
Yeah.
The Christmas miracle that more than one hasn't disappeared. That's the thing. I mean, so one in a year is a very good statistic that I think not a lot of people can.
We did lose a Phantom podcast, but to be fair, that was pretty unbroadcastable.
The regular one was probably the gods of the podcast.
Just admit, because I wasn't here, it was shit.
Oh no, it was gold, but it's a kind of
it was shit gold. Gold made of shit.
Black gold.
I really enjoyed the Zero Feedback session.
Brilliant.
I mean, I don't know. Like again, I'm not.
That's been my favourite episode.
Not a big fan of hip hop, but they were so polished.
Because I wasn't involved in it. I was sitting on a beach.
We were the first to admit on the show that we weren't even that knowledgeable about it.
The intro.
I'm still listening to them. I really like them.
Now this is real hip hop. Everyone, go and search Zero Feedback in the sessions as well.
They're outstanding.
You will not regret
actually,
that
just go and search Zero Feedback. They're outstanding.
Do you know what? They make their own videos, and
we've got a lot to say. They're totally self-sufficient.
Their own videos are fucking great. You know.
In fact, just look at all the bands we've had on because
they're brilliant. Every one of them.
And
I can honestly say that.
If you're really struggling, our Facebook page, we like any guests we've had on, so you can take it for there.
True that.
Yep. Yeah,
it was also good. The Zero Feedback thing was good because we got a sort of Edinburgh perspective. They're mostly gig girls.
Oh, definitely, aye.
So we heard a lot about. Well, we actually had a lot of stuff that we knew confirmed.
Well, we basically heard like what I took from the podcast is a lot of things are just the exact fucking same.
Of course they are.
It's just it doesn't matter where you are. Your shit still stinks, man.
It does. I mean, the Edinburgh vibe is pretty much like the Glasgow one, except everyone's up their own arse as well as being ignorant.
Yeah.
So and half of them are English.
And half American, English, Japanese. Biggest disappointments are probably all our childhood heroes that are fingering people.
Yeah.
Celebrity Beasts.
Celebrity Beasts was a highlight for me. It was brilliant. It was a gift that kept on giving, wasn't it?
It's been a
shocking.
Fantastic topic for us, but equally,
it's absolutely disgusting, man.
Your childhood memories.
Do you know there's actually one that's come out? There's one's come out today. There you go. This fucking it's Celebrity Beasts. It's Celebrity Beasts.
Worst theme tune ever.
Yeah,
it'll catch on eventually.
It will catch on, aye.
Just like the t-shirt.
Just like the t-shirt
and the hashtag.
Yeah. Everybody's looking for a t-shirt.
Do you know hashtags are still hot topics these days, Eric? It's the new Bebo and everything, I reckon that'll take off. Celebrity Beasts, we'll get that trending soon.
Yeah, definitely.
Christmas people do that, Celebrity Beasts.
Yeah, Celebrity Beasts.
And the best
Celebrity
thing to
Beasts.
do is to make it even more
Wear
interesting.
your best sweater. Take a selfie.
Take a
Celebrity
selfie.
Beast wearing a Huxtable sweater.
Aye, we're like Dr. Fox peeping over you.
Do you know what you should do? Celebrity Beast, a Christmas sweater.
I don't mean the band Huxtable, by the way. I meant Cosby.
Aye,
Huxtable.
but what I was
Like,
gonna say was,
just
in
in case there's
vein,
any cross wires here.
with the Cosby theme, put your Christmas sweater on, hashtag a selfie with Celebrity Beast, imitating who you think will be the next Celebrity Beast, and see if we can
That's
guess
brilliant.
it. We will search. If anyone does that, we'll figure out I'll figure out a fucking
be an
prize.
awesome
You'll get a
prize as
Celebrity
well.
Beast t-shirt.
Yes.
He could be a guest host, actually.
Or that. Or
Can you come
both.
on? Can you come on?
People with personalities need not apply. We don't like them.
We won't give you Palacio honest.
Aye,
We don't want anyone with a
Palacio.
personality showing us up.
Yeah, that's fucking true. That's why Quinny's not allowed on anymore.
4 shows were enough.
I know.
Yeah,
For
two-
show!
2 minutes. Oh, zero feedback are back.
Hey!
Zero feedback are back.
Bitch, please. Aye. So,
But in
oranges.
summary, the sessions, I mean, it's amazing to think how varied they've been. It has been great.
It has.
I mean,
I've had a cracking year, man, mate.
We've got some potentially. We've got some cool ones.
Oh,
lined
next
up
year's
as well.
going to be fucking
There's a lot of cool
awesome,
stuff.
man.
If you're in a band listening to this, contact us if you do want to come on.
We're
We'll
actually
listen to you
booked
first,
pretty
though,
well.
'cause,
We're booked up pretty much as well. We've got a lot of good guests coming up.
and we recommend you listen to us first. But then again, you listen to this, so
But we're not going to tell you who we've got purely because every time you mention it,
they fuck
fucking
off.
just fuck off and don't
Aye,
show.
They
So
split up or they don't show.
Aye, they
or-
split up. It's a good one.
I suppose when you're listening to this, speaking of the sessions, last week we had the Sinsheimer's. It's the only one we haven't really mentioned. They're playing in a few days' time. Snap up the last remaining tickets.
Oh,
guys.
definitely, yeah. Touchman the 30th, yeah.
30th of December.
That's going to be an awesome
this
gig.
Tuesday coming. Get on it.
£8 a ticket, and they're doing a second bus for Greenock.
Second bus.
I'd be there, but I'm busy celebrating Hogmanay early, so, you know.
Do you know, funnily enough, I'm going to Touch for Hogmanay as well.
Aye, I'd be there.
I'm there
but,
for 2 days in a row.
Hunting down Celebrity Beasts.
You're too old, I told you that.
Aye.
What was your most disappointing present?
I was going to say this. Well, I'll tell you what my most disappointing present last year was. It was.
Do you not have one then? Right, fuck you, right, move on.
I didn't really get any presents last year. That sounds. Do you know
You
the
lying
No, but
fuck!
I didn't really.
You did! Remember. What did your missus get you? Did you not get like a fucking PlayStation 3?
That was the birthday.
That's my birthday. That was only a couple of months ago, so that shows how good your memory is. We are talking Christmas.
Was that your birthday?
That was only August. This
You
is
bought
December.
2 consoles since then?
Well, I know.
You
yeah, I know.
complete fucker!
Yeah, well,
I don't even like even more than
last Christmas I had my Xbox One, and then I got the PS3, and then I went out and bought a PS4 just because I'm an arsehole. So
You are
underneath-
an arsehole.
So I mean, just picture the scene, Colin, that you'd love to see. Under my TV at home, I've got
you stabbed to
I've
fucking
got
death right
my
now?
Xbox One, my Xbox 360, my PS3, my PS4. It's a quadfecta.
A quadfecta of fucking shut up! That's what it is. A quadfecta
hard.
of fuck up!
See when you just twin that with the porn on my laptop. It's hard to leave the house sometimes.
I bet you're hard leaving the house.
I'm hard when I leave the house. I'm hard when I return.
Oh dear.
I'm hard.
I'm
All
hard
the time.
in general.
So yeah, no, Christmas presents. I tell you what it was. I had this, speaking of my girlfriend, we had this conversation recently. I've not really felt like I've had a quote unquote proper Christmas vibe since I was really young. Because presents, the tradition thing went out. It's been that boring thing of
Did Uncle Jimmy come round?
Yeah, well, I
Jimmy,
actually
he's-
did have Uncle Jimmy once. He's dead.
Once he died. He died tragically. In the fields. My dad, he held him under the puddle for a while. Too long.
Oh.
Under the puddle.
Under the puddle.
This is the closest water there is.
I know.
It's taken a long time to die, but we'll do it.
Okay.
No, but I mean,
what
honestly-
presents are we looking forward to? We maybe know we're getting. We've got an
I
idea.
know. I've got a funny feeling I know what I'm. Do you know? This year's the one year. Claire, my girlfriend's terrible for always telling me what I'm going to get, and this year I don't have a clue. So, I'll tell you what she's done. We're going to see Dead and Brown next year.
Cool.
That's amazing. That's an amazing
Which is
present.
an amazing present, but I think the
But it's shite because you don't get it till next
well, I tell
year.
you what it is. I just remembered. That's what she got me last year as well as the main present.
It's
But
almost like she
again-
doesn't give a
No,
fuck.
but again, it was the point. We were sitting there.
What
like,
kidding, Claire?
we booked it before Christmas. So
That's awesome.
There are things I'll get on the day, but I
I'll
mean,
bet.
so that's what I know I'm getting. That's the only thing I know I'm
Someone's stocking's getting filled.
getting. Hopefully mine.
Aye, don't you worry,
Fill my
darling.
stocking, darling.
Your stocker's getting filled to the brim. Oh, that sounded awful.
Colin's been using these socks for wanking again.
I know. Oh, Jesus, aye.
What about yourself?
Sport
Any?
socks.
Do you know what you're getting from anyone?
I'm getting a wallet, but that's a big
A
thing I know.
wallet?
Aye.
That's-
I bought myself a wallet at
Well, I
Christmas
need one,
last year.
so-
That's
Aye.
bad luck, apparently. It's
But-
bad luck.
What, buying yourself a wallet?
Yeah, it's also bad
What,
luck.
a wallet's meant to be a gift.
Yeah,
all the time? I think,
Yeah,
aye,
apparently
the
it
folk
is.
is supposed to
Put
put
money in
a
it.
coin in it or
Look,
something
yeah,
like
silver
that.
coin.
Oh, a wee pound
One
coin.
silver penny.
Funny thing is, I've only ever bought myself wallets. and I'm not that unlucky a guy. So fuck you, religion.
Up yours.
It's not even religious.
It's not even religious.
I know,
It's
just funny. It's like, we can't slag Muhammad.
I know the 10th day.
We can't slag is Kim Jong Un.
Oh fuck yeah, man! Jesus Christ.
I don't think we can.
Next week's guest.
Yes,
Straight from Pyongyang.
You can Skype there, right?
No.
Oh, they hate anything Microsoft.
So what? I was going to do this. I actually just started to do that.
What?
So won't we?
I know. Well, that's what I just said earlier on as well. He's pulled that from any sites that are showing or streaming that film now as well. You're about 10 years too fucking late, man.
He's a fucking idiot.
Do you know what I mean? It's almost like he's thought.
I bet his dad really liked it.
Well, it's because it was funny.
No, but his dad was obsessed. No, Kim Jong Un was it Kim Jong Un? He was Kim Jong Un is like got no fucking personality whatsoever.
Oh, he had a sense of humour.
He did have a sense of humour.
The offspring doesn't.
He really doesn't.
Is that a rocket I can hear?
Oh dear.
Just fucking spies like us.
Today they've already promised to do Red Dawn-esque shit to get America back for saying that they were.
Well, of course it is.
What's that? Did you see that?
Have you seen the film Red Dawn?
Yeah, fucking course, the original.
Have you seen the remake with Chris Hemsworth?
That's pish.
Well, the remake's North Korea instead of
Russia.
That's
right, yeah.
So basically they've threatened to do that in retaliation for America saying they were going to add them to the list.
They're going to... the terror list. What do you call it?
So they're talking about
Axis of evil.
They're talking about taking down the White House.
That's fucking brilliant.
It's not. The thing is,
they do this all the time.
It's exactly what Obama said last week.
You guys are fucking idiot.
It's exactly what he said last week about they should have talked to me first. Because the thing is, they've made it into a terrorist thing when they were like, well, we've got some of the best.
I bet the film's fucking shite as well.
Oh no! See, after all this, I was going to say, what better publicity?
Oh, you couldn't ask for better.
Seth Rogen, and obviously they've been kind of like ducking out of appearances.
Fucking right, they have. Would you not?
In the back of their minds, are probably
like,
thinking, do you know what? This is actually pretty
fucking excellent.
We'll go down in history for this. You know
definitely.
All the things I heard in the last week, what really pissed me off.
Gary Clark.
It wasn't really so much about the film; it's the principle of the film. It seems to be more. They
don't care. Obviously,
they don't give a fuck about who's in it.
People that are looking forward to the film won't even understand what the political nature of it is.
Yeah.
They just think it'll be, oh, it's James Franco and Seth Rogen, that'll be funny. And that's what the problem is. It's just a film. Morons are going to enjoy it, and that's it. Bottom line,
I'm one of those morons.
Exactly, so man, it's not going to affect anyone. But it's apparently worth nuking people over. But apparently it's not, and it's not really to do with them. It's all about these hackers and stuff. And I was going to say, speaking of the hackers, Team Anonymous, they've got it anyway. They're going to release it on Christmas Day on.
That's right, yeah.
So I think it is fantastic. They should, because then the hand of blame is on no one's back.
Yep.
How can you attack someone you don't know who it is?
They've also got a sex tape of Iggy Azalea apparently.
No, annoys me.
I know that. Let's not forget the important stuff.
Do you know what really pisses me off about Anonymous? See if they're so powerful and they can do things. Why don't they fucking just do it?
Because
really, there's people suffering, and if I had the power at my fingertips to fix that overnight almost.
Oh, they've said things that they can hack into anything pretty much, you know, and it's like, well,
fucking sort it, because my mortgage is ridiculous. Fix it.
You get lucky breaks, and obviously folk think, how did they do that? And then you claim, oh well, we did that easily. Nah, it was lucky.
Don't get me wrong. If they are real, they're going to fucking raid my bank account in the next 30 seconds.
They can do what they want. I've got nothing in it.
Have you seen the episode of South Park with World of Warcraft? They are that.
They are that. That's exactly it.
Mom, what's more cheesy puffs? Not getting my puppet.
The ninja stars, and it goes. It's like in the butter's eye. It's like it's so perfect.
So like, they know what they're doing, but they're fucking shite.
Aye, totally. I mean, the
show
thing
us Iggy Azalea sex tape.
Just put a sex tape out when everyone's happy.
But what sex tape?
Iggy
Azalea. She's a bit fucking weird looking, to be honest.
She's the one that's
got
Black Widow.
Square faced.
Yeah, back to our actual roundup of 2014.
Aye, so right, what's your favourite album of the year then?
I like the Huxtable beat, but also Lazaretto by Jack White if you're kind of going for a more established act.
Fair enough. James?
Aye.
I know. I've not really bought any of that mainstream stuff this year.
Mainstream, I was going to say, is difficult because, again, one of the things I've recorded, I mean, you know, for those that don't know, I recorded that mini EP by Huxtable, and it is awesome. And I don't know, I tend to favour the unsigned stuff.
Me too.
I mean, obviously,
the furthest I would go this year, actually, to be honest with you, like mainstream, it's kind of left wing. To be honest with you, it's father son. That's probably my.
I was going to say,
that's probably my album of the year.
And to be fair, I mean it's
an amazing album.
That's great. I mean, no offence to them, obviously, but it's not as if you could really call it mainstream.
That's kind of what I mean, though. That's not even. It's like
left field. It's like left field of the mainstream. mainstream. The problem I've had is that I've heard so many singles on Radio 1 this year that I've just really not wanted. Sometimes on Radio 1 I listen to it a lot and I kind of go, oh, that sounds worth listening to.
Do you know what? Ed Sheeran's stuff's been pretty cool this year.
Album-wise, I tell you what, I did like
it's not my thing at all, but it's pretty fair play.
But
Palatini, I just don't like his voice,
I liked
man.
his album. I wouldn't say it's my favourite album of the year mainstream. It's one of the few that I've actually heard front to back, though.
Yeah, okay. You actually mentioned that.
It's unfortunate. I did. I listened to the whole thing one day and it was actually, I was like, well, do you know what? I will listen to it again.
Michael Bubbley's Christmas tunes are pretty good.
Well,
I don't even know if he's even got that out this year.
I think he brings a new album out just with the same songs on it.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it, I would do the same.
Oh, he's a clever businessman, let's put it that way. I think
it's a metaphor for
obviously
dick.
Do you know the funny thing is I've not even heard the whole Royal Blood album.
Neither have I.
No, you're not missing too much.
And the problem is, I know that I'm not missing too much because as good a band as they are, I think their album hasn't. It's sold a lot. It was number one.
It's massive.
I don't think
it hasn't because there's not been a lot of albums. Sam Smith now and Ed Sheeran are the only two who sold more than 1 million.
Wow.
Really?
Aye.
Fuck's sake, man. That's embarrassing.
That shows you the thing about Ed Sheeran as well. That song Sing that he had, which might have only just come out this year, I think it was.
Summer kind of time festival season.
Oh, so was it?
Yeah, it was about then, just before summer, yeah.
It just shows you that was his first number one, and you think he was absolutely huge before that. But he's never had a song really in the top 5.
He never had a number one.
Aye.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
until
it was
that
his
song.
first number one, yeah.
To be fair, I mean, he's went from busking.
We're actually going up to see him. We're actually going to see him tonight.
Yes, figure that one out, chaps.
Yeah,
doppelganger.
Yeah,
that's quite funny.
So, actually, nothing I like.
No, see now.
Been ginger.
He's just ginger and plays guitar.
When he's a little bit more weathered, I think London's kind of done him in a wee bit. I think he's
he's
burning the candle at both ends. So I think he's.
Would you not be?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think I would. Oh, absolutely.
And by candle we mean penis.
And by penis you mean candles.
Yep. Like penis is smoking.
Oh,
somebody's smoking that penis. Let's not talk about Cody's penis anymore.
No, let's.
His penis is burning. I was going to say.
Well, he's foreskins and tattles.
What about gigs? Because we've went to maybe a couple.
A few, yeah.
Now.
Yeah, man, definitely.
We've kind of seen mainly Huxtable, it has to be said.
Speak for yourself, mate.
I'm
joking. I'm only kidding.
As a group sort of thing, we've seen Huxtable, Carnivores.
There was Carnivores and the Huxtable. They were good.
That was a good night.
Yeah, it was a good. I don't remember much of that. That was your birthday night.
Birthday night was horrifically drunk.
Was it your birthday? It was your birthday, wasn't it?
Aye, it was James' birthday.
Fucking hell, man!
What night?
Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Huxtable gig in Carnivores on the 13th.
Oh no, that was just messier again.
That was messier. No, my night. I think they're a bit tied, to be honest with you.
Did you be tied? Actually, I don't remember any of them. So.
No, they're pretty much tied for me because that was a kind of 2-day binge I had on my birthday.
Yeah, we were fucked, man.
Because I was drunk the night before.
Yeah,
I was drunk on the night.
Because you came up
drunk the day after.
You came up when we were already on his fucking shots.
Aye.
Which is. Not that we promote that at all. But it does make you a better driver.
No, it's alcohol irresponsible, but it's delicious.
It is delicious.
That's the way to do it.
Delicious.
I mean, the thing is, this year for me is the first time in about 3 years, not including festivals, that I've been to like a big gig, like a, you know. In fact, the last time I was at a big gig, it was 2012.
Was that Killers?
The Killers this year was what I'm talking about.
Neil Luck, eh?
No, but the thing was, it was really good.
Yeah, enjoyed
It's
what you make
you're
it.
in one of the worst places. Not, you know,
you're in one of the worst places.
Bella Houston.
You are not selling this to me.
No, Bella Houston itself is a very rich area. The fucking place the park is
it's
not.
It's
full of scum. Because for some reason you go from
it's not full of scum. That's not fair to say that. It's just
a wee bit.
It just attracts shit.
It attracts shit.
That's what it is.
It's surrounded by a lot of shitty high rises.
I've heard 3 fucking songs of Killers. Let's go and bar folk.
Oh, they only had one. The fact it's right there, they'll just go. It's a gig. It's like, David Guetta played last night, so
let's just make it a fucking weekend.
Exactly. That's basically what I think the folk did. Sound of the Summer or whatever they called that thing. So
Screams
it was
of the
good
Summer.
fun. I think because I've not really. I mean, like I say, it was 2 years ago I went to see Tenacious D at the SECCC.
Oh, cool.
Was that 2 years ago?
It was 2.5 now, yeah.
Fucking
the
hell.
Bots, in fact, they fucking were. The Bots were supporting. It's a wacky gig.
Well, that's...
And that was about 6 months after.
I supported the Bots after.
I'm still hearing voices, by the way. It's weird.
Yeah. I supported Bots just after that, so that's even scarier. That's how long ago that was? No, it was after it. It was after the Tenacious D.
Just after Bots were signed.
It was after Tenacious D.
Aye, Bots we supported them 6 months after.
We supported the Bots in Tuts, and it was after the Tenacious D tour.
Was it the? November 2012, you played with them in Touchdown.
And it was the summer they played.
Fuck, so that was after.
How scary is that, man? That's one of our last
There you
gigs, I
go.
think. It's fucking scary.
More or
That's a
less,
shit gig,
more or
man.
less.
The bots literally sold no tickets.
What about like, in your capacity?
course.
It was a terrible
sound
gig.
guy at the Vale. What kind of highlights is there?
There's been a couple of good things. The problem with the Vale isn't the Vale at all. It's the fact that the bands, some of the bands, I think they're a bit too comfy with the Vale, and
It's a terrible. That's the way it happened with Box.
It reminds me of Box in the day, but
Yeah.
it's nothing to do with the venue, because the Vale's a really good venue.
Respect it deserves almost.
It's just they just kind of just. I think they get too
Dead
relaxed,
lackadaisical.
and they think, oh, it's a second home, and they sort of. I really don't feel I've got a vibe off of any band that I really would think they can take it to another level. No way.
Cool.
No way. Unfortunately, because there's some bands that do. I mean, there's good cover bands I've seen there that literally only.
Fucking hell!
Do you know what I mean?
Don't even say that, man.
That's what I mean. They're good.
There's some really good cover bands that can take it next level. What, weddings?
No, but they couldn't. That's what I'm saying. They're good if they were doing their own thing and capable.
Do you know
of
what?
writing
You've got to give
songs,
credit where credit's due to Sennheimers for that.
Oh, of course. Well, they did in a way. They broke out and they don't play any covers now.
That's what I mean. You've got to really credit where credit's due, but fair play to them, man. Because it's really easy to go for the money, and it's good money. You can make some good money doing weddings and stuff.
Because we know fine well that bands go the opposite way.
Yep.
They'll be carving a niche and then they eventually go, fuck the
Fuck
niche,
this, I need
let's
money.
play the Beatles.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I'm earning more money now teaching guitar and drums, like to people in recovery or whatever, than I ever did writing and doing my own stuff. That's a fucking shame. You know what I mean? Like,
but then again,
you could argue
you're giving a bit back.
You're doing a kind of.
You're giving a bit back.
I don't mean that right. That's great, but I'd like to have got a little. Do you know what I mean? Like
a social service and a conscious disservice almost.
Aye,
like
it's kind of
a moral
disservice. That's more like that's a better way of describing it. Like it's really nice. Do you know what? I need to mention this because I've got a group of guys. And anybody
who follow me around.
No, that's a different group of guys.
They like the shaft fantastically.
No, but I've got a group of guys. Like I work for a thing called Your Voice. They're really, really cool. They do a lot of really good work with people in recovery from substance and alcohol abuse. But who'd have thunk it, me? But the really cool thing about it is it doesn't matter what age you are. You can pick up a guitar and you can fucking learn to play it. A lot of people say, "Oh no, you've got to be playing it with young. You're not beginning good." I've got people in that class that have been playing for 3 months and they are outstanding.
Yep,
genuinely,
happens.
Genuinely, just totally natural. You know what I mean? To be fair, if they didn't play, do you know what I mean? They would probably be taking all sorts. So I think it's just to just throw themselves into.
So they've just found a good addiction now.
They found a different niche, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you know? But it's an amazing thing. Music, it brings people together, and that's how we know each other. Through music stuff.
It's not.
99% of my friends are through music. Definitely.
But it's not the first time and not the last that music will be described as a drug.
Oh, absolutely.
It's something that some
let's be
people
honest,
can't live without.
We wouldn't be giving our time up for fuck all, mate, Jamie. But we come up here, we do this. Week in, week out. No, I'm joking. But it would be nice, Jamie, to get a bit of, free
at least a handy J once in a while.
Handy J, man. I'm on ghost modes though, to be fair,
around.
with fucking Anthony here, not his big fucking paws over my fucking cock. But,
God.
But
and I've got to watch this.
I know, but you don't need to film it though, do you? I mean, so I'm just saying that's so you can watch it later.
Well, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
No, but what basically my point was, it's like music is totally 100% universal, and I think it's an amazing thing. And I think at the end of the day, anybody out there that wants to learn to play guitar, my rates are fuck. No, I think no, it's a really good thing, and I think a lot of people kind of go on about things saying sort of kind of like, oh, you've got to have been like taught as a young kid. No, you don't. You don't need to read music. You don't need to do any of that. Pick up an instrument, fuck around with it, and you'll get it just it. You really will.
It's like people. It's like folk that take up art and
that's exactly what I was about to say. I was literally about to say art.
Artists.
I was about to say drawing and painting.
It's the same as any art form. You can pick it up and I think the problem is, I've always said
there's too much emphasis on having to do the boring shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I cut all that
obviously,
out.
Obviously, music has a learning curve that I think if you go, oh, I'm going to learn Spanish tomorrow, you think, holy shit, that's a lot of effort. But don't think about music in the same way, because music can be something that's been etched into your brain that you don't even realise.
Well, the thing is, you listen to music in any way, shape or form, it's going to take hold. It is. And if you're interested in, see if you take an interest in something, it's like, say if I talk, say you take an interest in like old movies, and you sit at a weekend and you blast through a bunch of old movies, You know what I mean? Like, just for talking's sake, you see, I've not seen Casablanca, or, you know...
Since it's Christmas, folks, why don't stick on It Sound Up for Life?
I was about to, that's what I was about to say, because that's actually showing up in
GFT tonight. My sister's away.
I really want to go to it, actually.
She does it every year. It's just
it's cracking, man. It's cracking. But I literally, I seen it. I was advertised. I was up at QMU last week watching. We were promised jetpacks in Featherstone. Really good band.
Did you get jetpacks?
we did not, and I want my money back. I'm raging. But that's what I was saying though. Things like that, you can blast through that. It's the exact same thing where you pick a guitar up. Maybe take you a couple of weeks, whatever, to kind of get used to the feel of the guitar, or whatever. But you will get there. Same as a drum kit. Same as anything. It's like anything you try new, it's going to be different or difficult at first. But once you get it, it's brilliant. It's amazing. And it's an amazing outlet as well.
Absolutely. And I was saying about the Spanish thing.
Amazing outlet.
I was going to say about the Spanish thing, and if you believe the bullshit, you can fall and knock your head one day and then wake up knowing Spanish. And I think...
No, well, that's true, yeah.
I think a lot of folk talk shit like, oh, I could suddenly only speak in German. When really? So how did you suddenly know the whole German alphabet and everything? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to wonder if the brain is that crazy, and is it a sponge? And if you've heard enough German people talking...
They do reckon, though, that there's nothing that everything you've seen, it's just your brain processes what is important to you at that time. You know what I mean? Your brain...
We're getting into the deep stuff now.
No, well,
This short podcast has become Colin Symposium.
Well, I fucking right. Oh,
Symposium were a great
band.
band.
They're a great band. I was going to say that.
Weren't.
Yeah, it was because they had the best single cover ever. Is it Sun and what was the name of the single?
Do you want to hear a joke about Alzheimer's?
We couldn't let the year go without that.
It was like it was just looked like a black cover, and then when you touched it, and you took your hand away, it was like a wee sunshine. So
what, heat sensitive?
Yeah, I'll bring it up and show you. I've got it now. It's really, really cool.
That's fucking
It's
mental.
awesome, isn't it? They were a great band.
They were insane live. Like they were
they were only kids, but they were on to be Hells for Heroes.
Half of them were Hells for Heroes.
Yeah,
that's right.
But they were a great band.
I know they were quality.
Didn't expect that shit, did you?
No.
Fuck you. You, because you've got a fucking beard and long hair, you think you know me better than me, you cunt.
I know what better than you?
Things.
Stuff. Apparently not, because I was apparently like, what was it you said in the last show? Like, for a guy that knows a lot of things, you don't know anything or something like that. Or pop culture is just over your head or something.
Speaking of pop culture being over people's heads, that thing you posted on Facebook the other day, that
Back to the Future.
Fucking, I wanted to punch my teeth. I actually wanted to. I think, but the best thing is like, well, if you've ever watched it about like at least 9 or 10 times, like you should have. Like
minimum, bare minimum, obviously. No, but after I'm going to say, I realised I said something stupid and I went, if you've ever seen it 10 times minimum, which you should have, then you'd have noticed it on the first time or second. So 10 times is null and void.
I knew you were going with it. But the thing is, I thought that was a major part of the movie. It was like, oh look, there's a nod to time travel.
I had no reason to believe that was never a hidden thing. If it's like kind of going,
it's like saying hoverboards,
Jurassic Park, there's dinosaurs in it. Holy shit! I was watching.
Oh, speaking of which,
do you know what? That little girl in that film was my first ever like crush as a boy.
Oh, she's fucking has-been too.
No, but I mean, I was obviously about 12 at the time anyway.
She growed up ugly as well.
In fact, I wasn't 12, I was only fucking 9. So I should not have been
she's
touching myself.
cancer factor.
She had cancer.
She had cancer around.
She's not even an actor now.
No, she's not. She's like disabled, I think.
She would be after I was done with her. Oh, but hang on, I'm talking about an underage girl when I was underage, so that's just all kinds of wrong.
Two wrongs.
That's like pseudo porn.
Apparently cancel each other out. You know.
Talking about things that you found attractive when you were underage is a kind of strange concept, isn't it? Because then,
do you know what my first crush was?
Peanuts.
Let's see, 1940s movie stars. Audrey Hepburn.
Aye, I was going to say it. No, I was going to say. Do you guys remember?
I just got that. That's incredible.
Do you guys remember a TV show called V?
No, but we're young.
That was from the 1940s, so no.
It was from the 1950s. Smart ass.
So what was it about?
Honestly, do you not know what V is?
It was 1957 in the Glen.
Do you know what? I'm not even going to continue this because that's a
vague memory of it.
They remade it not that long ago.
Yeah, the remake was actually okay, but the original was
pretty cool. An energy juice.
It was.
What,
it
V?
is.
Yeah, V
that
still
green
is.
one with the black V.
It's fucking shit in it.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Did we not try and mix that with something here? I'm sure we got the word cheap.
Maybe.
We tried to mix that and it was a fucking disaster. Basically, aliens show up and it's like, hi, be your friends. Yeah, everything's cool. And in actual fact, they're just enslaving the human race and killing people.
Did they not just
and they'll suck their resources dry?
Assume the former normal people in the town and gradually kill them off or something like in the remake? Or am I thinking of something else?
Yeah, you're thinking of something else.
Oh, well.
The remake that won just in the town. It was a massive
was that
mothership.
the horror
Just
version of Third Rock from the Sun?
Third Rock from the
like
Sun.
the angry version.
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow, you had
shitloads of
fucking
drugs
names.
Took folk out.
The Trinity Killer.
Yes.
That's what I thought. See, no matter what he's done, even fucking Shrek and his great voiceover acting.
No matter what he's done, he's always going to be Shrek.
He's going to be
Little Lord Farquaad.
He's going to be. Well,
Thing is, though,
no, but I think he's always going to be the killer.
Do you know what, though?
in Dexter for me.
He kind of looks like he could be maybe celebrity beast.
Celebrity sleasts. Oh yeah.
Imagine it, him and John Malkovich double teaming folk.
You ever seen the film Red?
Yes.
He's
I've
really good in it.
No, I've not seen it.
Oh man, you fucking love it. It's really funny.
I should write all these recommendations down.
Yeah, you fucking should. These
are all the films.
Just
that
go
actually
and educate yourself.
They come up on Netflix as recommendations, and
no, they come up on Netflix and go. Colin says you have to watch this. Stop being a dick.
It's probably Colin's recommendation.
Colin's recommendations
I ignore the recommendations because I feel like I'm not going to watch it just because you say I will.
Fuck you, Google.
Yeah, pretty much.
What a fucking ridiculous comment! I'm not going to date you just because I'm on a dating website.
That's how Skynet took over.
I like how he's Anthony's holding the mic. Anthony's been to one too many ICW shows. He's holding the microphone sideways like that. It's fucking brilliant. It's like an angry sports
Do
commentator.
you want to feel pain? Do you?
Come on, then. Oh, I love it.
I will fuck you up.
It's easier to take away from my face for quiet moments, though.
That's what she said.
Exactly.
Oh god.
Back to stuff that happened in 2014. Then.
Yeah, man. Anthony, what was your favourite stuff of 2014?
Well, actually, speaking of ICW though, I mean we mentioned.
I was going to say that's one of my favourite interviews.
They've blown up to a massive degree.
Yeah, they'll never be back on here. They don't need us anymore.
That's what I'm saying. They've left us in the fucking dust trail.
I love it. We're all holding the mic that sideways thing now.
No, I think it's quite cool.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Yeah, bitch.
I'm feeling gangster.
Oh, don't copy me. I'm a dick.
Aaron Paul, Luke Skywalker.
I was going to say that actually. Yeah, because I said
Let's not go into that just now. We'll come back to that when it's more.
We'll go to that
when
later.
more info comes back on that.
Oh, has this been?
no, it's fucking cool.
Oh yeah, alternate thing. They're doing the kind of
Empire Strikes Back.
The adaptation thing.
James still hasn't seen that film though.
Thankfully, I have seen that one.
Yeah. Not all the way though.
Not the Return of the Jed Star though.
Fuck off. The Phantom Penis.
The Return of the Jed Clones. What? Right.
Oh, gig-wise.
I've actually not seen Attack of the Clones though.
Oh, you're not missing it. It's shite.
No, I know, that's why I didn't watch it.
It's pretty much
I'm going to have to watch it before the new ones, just to catch up with everything.
Attack of the... It's actually alright. The last half is good.
Portman in really tight clothing. That's good, and that's about it.
And that's it. I thought so. Yeah.
No, that's Leon.
What?
Leon? God! No! Oh wait, she's okay. She's old enough, and that's fine.
No, she's not.
Is she not?
No, she's like it's her first movie. She's like a child.
Oh, that's okay.
But you still would though. That's a weird thing.
Oh, stop!
Because I know she's old.
Colin's the first Celebrity Beast T-shirt to get made. Then
fucking right. I really don't.
What were you going to say there? Aye, so
in terms of gigs in 2014, you talked about the Killers. Obviously, what about sort of unsigned gigs and stuff like that? Then, because I think for me the best one was Vukovi, A Plastic Rose, and Divides. And
you were raving about that.
Which I was just saying. I wish I'd been there
April or something like that.
Aye, fair play.
It's a good venue anymore as well.
I really enjoyed Huxtable with Carnivores. I thought it was a phenomenal gig. It was a great gig.
The beer helped that one.
Yeah, that did help that. What was it? The band that night?
And there was 4 bands, wasn't there?
Huxtable.
There was only 3.
Huxtable opened, then it was.
No, it was Huxtable.
There was only 3.
In fact, it was the Ross Layton from Fatherson's brothers band.
Yeah, Burr. Oh, he's one of 2 bands because he's in Smack.
He's in Smack, guy.
He's into Smack.
He's into Smack.
Which, for those who don't know, is
so many animal covers. Yeah, let's not get a loss.
We should maybe try and get them on the show. That
yeah.
How do you say
bleh? How do you say bleh?
How do you say that? Smack you,
shit! The problem is, see when you're asked to think about it, I can't remember the gigs I've been to now. It's that fucking blank page in my head. I can't think. Well, but I know I've been to a few that I've not mentioned yet.
Last week we went to Ivory Blacks, and that was Megalomaniacs.
Actually, do you know what?
Not Megalomatics.
Megalomaniac, you fucking idiot! Megalomaniacs.
That was a good night.
But cheesy to the max.
I tell you what, Ivory Black's problem is it sounds good. It's actually a good vibe when there's folk in it. It's just there's something shit about the venue.
Yeah, we were saying this.
There's just something shit about it.
We were in it for
it sounded fucking brilliant last week though.
Well, the sound was amazing.
A good PA system.
But we were in for a Cub Dog. Sound was brilliant. Everyone was great. It was just.
Did the tables out for Curb Dog though? No.
No. The place was rammed.
I was going to say that's obviously a fairly new tactic.
That's one of the things we were saying. It's like it kind of pads the room out a wee bit if you keep the tables out.
Makes sense.
But the gig was really cool. I think for Huxtable, it was a sort of calm before the storm because it's the last gig.
Why did they make that? I was fucking ill.
Whatever you were doing,
I was fucking
throwing up out your bum.
I was throwing up my bum, essentially. Aye.
For them, they've got big things planned for next year, so I think it was nice to be able to sort of get up close, personal, and sort of fairly chilled back vibe. And it sounded really good.
They had a really good banter with the crowd, actually.
They did. I think it was that kind of midway, not busy to being busy. That you could have. There was a bit of quietness.
You go either way, yeah. It was kind of nice though.
It wasn't dead at all by any means.
Do you think though? Like I know we go on about Huxtable a lot, right? And it's a fucking. We don't.
I don't think there's any problem.
No, but I don't. But I don't want to kind of come across as like pure fanboys. Like, I know we kind of are in a way.
I'm a bit though.
I'm at a point, right? But I don't
come back to the chords soon. I can't wait.
But I don't want to be kind of. Yeah, definitely. I'm really forward to that as well. But I don't want to come across as like having favourites and stuff like that as well. You should be kind of neutral, I think, on like podcasts.
Oh, definitely.
But they definitely are. They definitely are up there.
Cunts, yeah.
No, but they definitely are up there with my favourite. The favourite guys I hang out with. Well, they're really, really nice guys. Man.
I think they just tick all the
genuinely
boxes for
nice
me right
people.
Now.
But what I was going to say was, there's certain bands you see live and you just think destined for something bigger, and they are absolutely one of those bands, without a doubt. And I'll be honest with you, like we were talking about this with Biffy Clyro. I remember seeing Biffy Clyro. Never thought that. Definitely never thought Biffy Clyro were going to be a fucking huge thing. I mean. I never got that vibe from them.
Element of it.
But whereas there's elements
and
of
even
like
nowadays,
fuck me, they're amazing.
When Huxtable played with them in London, from what I've seen on video footage, they held their own that
night. They
night.
Absolutely held their own. Yeah.
There's no reason they couldn't be playing that
100%.
Kind of size of venue. In a
next
year.
Time. Yeah. Next year, I reckon.
Next year, because obviously for Biffy that was small. That's what I'm saying. I mean, Huxtable could easily be playing a couple of thousand folk.
I think end of next year they're going to be on NME tours and things like that.
What I'll say is as well, recent gigs. I mean, I'm forgetting I went to see right here in our own spatial potential, whatever you called it, Greenock.
Palatial.
I'm only kidding, I know. Palatial. I'm going to use that word all the time now.
Palatial.
Now that you've still got no idea what it means.
Another SoundShape band that I love, KB, who's now got a full band, playing his first full band gig, supporting The View, and it was fucking excellent. Greenock Town Hall. I'm amazed at that venue, 3-tiered hall with fucking.
How good is it? Greenock Town Hall?
It's perfect.
It's such a good.
It's actually sounding.
I've seen a bunch of people there, man. Yeah, but the thing is, they just don't fucking utilise it.
Should.
It's like once in a blue moon, you like.
They should though.
Mental. It should be. That should be a regular thing, man.
I mean, there was no trouble. There was no. I think at one point there was a kind of a mosh pit kind of started, but.
But that's just that's a gig. That's a gig.
They didn't know what moshing was. It was the View fans. They were just kind of drunk and moving about.
They don't know what their names are.
A bit too rowdily, but there was no trouble. I mean, I maybe word up later.
Do you know what band I'd love to see in there? I don't know why, but but the last year and a half I've been thinking about this. I think Pride would be amazing in there. It'd be one of those bands that just look. I think it would look.
I'm sure they'd do
amazing in it. Something about it. I think maybe you could light it up and stuff as well. It just look really cool. Because they were talking about the big on the light shows and things like that.
Oh no, the lights in there are great. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Even the kind of stock lights. I don't know whether it was something that the View.
Because they put on like weddings and stuff in it. I've been a few weddings.
Oh no, they die. It's very much a wedding.
But it's really cool though. It's like going to a wedding. You go, that's really cool, and then you kind of see stage. You go, fuck, I'd love to see a really good band in here rather than the shit it's on right now.
No, definitely.
You know what
I was absolutely blown away with it.
It's kind of like a Barrowland stage, but in a slightly smaller vibe, but a really high roof. So it sounds great. It's fucking great.
Town halls like Kilmarnock town halls like that as well. It's
yeah.
Stunning.
There's a bunch of.
I was going to say
Father Son played there with Huxtable.
When I went to see the Father Son Huxtable gig, the venue, the town hall venue, is pretty much identical.
Aye.
I swear, it's scary. It's got the same exact kind of lilac blue lights, and you walk in, and at first I was like, I was with my girlfriend, and I went, wait a minute, we've back.
Been here.
We've been. Honestly, it was deja vu. It was bizarre.
Aye.
But I've actually.
What the thing is though, it's like the councils are so
bigger.
skint now. What they've done is since the Thatcher thing, they actually just take. See when there's a gig, what they do is they
I like how that's now a thing rather than an evil move.
Thatcher thing is a thing.
Apparently she's going to be getting out of trouble for stop doing that. That's freaking me out. Like everybody just like, you guys didn't say this, but everybody just looked behind me. It was really scary.
No, I was looking at the clock.
Oh right, yeah. You were looking. I'm like, what? So they were like, what they do is they just moved. That's just a shit joke now. It's fucking, it's ruined. It's fucked it. I was going to say they basically moved the town hall everywhere around, but it's like a big fucking grabbing machines like you get at Largs.
Is that the joke?
But that was kind of. It was going to be funnier though. But now it's ruined because you get done that creepy.
It would only be funnier if it was a different joke you told. Yeah.
Talking of which,
what are you joking about? You're joking about.
Talking of which, we've never told that joke about Alzheimer's, have we?
No, we never did.
Right, so
we'll try and get around to it next year.
What's for predictions?
If we remember.
What's for predictions for next year then? because we've not answered any questions from the previous
I think
year.
it's going to be 2015.
No, but I mean, like, what's our predictions? Like, as in,
Colin's like,
what
you
do
serious,
I'm
bro?
trying to fucking keep this together, man. And my
You're
lips are
about
going-
3/4 an hour too late for that.
Yeah. No, but I'm thinking like what bands do you think are really going to just hit their stride and go massive? Like,
I mean,
It's
until
always quite
January, I
hard.
didn't see Royal Blood getting big, and then seen them do something in January.
True
and you're
enough,
like,
I know.
Boom, that's going to be the same.
They're a
this
rare
year.
case. They happened in the same year. It was like they were out.
yeah, fair play to them, man.
Ones that are kind of doing all
Well,
right just
that
now.
James Bray's probably going to be big because he's getting the Brit Award for upcoming talent. He seems like a dick,
Nah, kind
though.
of.
I'm not a fan.
Not a fan either.
But he,
Prides can only get as big as churches, and if it's not going to happen in the next 6 months,
months.
it's not happening.
I think Prides are going to be a bit of a big. I think they're going to be a big band.
Aye, I
There's
mean-
too much money's been put into them.
No, it's not as much money. I think. See if they just got lucky
Effort.
breaks. The
Yeah.
effort the things they've done. Churches done the
insane.
exact same thing,
Aye.
and we're already more famous. So I think it's got to. They've got to put up or shut up. Really.
Vicovi with a mini album. So I think it's March.
Yeah,
April.
I think Vicovi could be.
I mean,
a
let's
good
be
year for
honest,
Vicovi. I think. Yeah.
One of the things we slagged off this year. Do we think Young Fathers could break any way through?
I don't.
I got my Musicians Union or is it my PRS magazine through with my £5 quarterly statement of the fuck.
I was
it
going
is.
to say, I think ours is about fucking 372
And,
or something like that. It's pure shit.
They're cover stars on it. Cover
Right.
stars, obviously, it's an insider
If
magazine.
you're in a
but-
band, join the PRS. Simple as that.
Oh, you've got to.
Simple as that. Right. Sorry, I just thought I'd get that in there.
I mean,
Right,
Left, Right or Wrong could be huge in 2015.
I love that band. Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant the album, but okay.
No, I know.
Do you know what? See
If
if
it's
I
ever released.
see if I ever
Exactly.
see if I ever get around to releasing an album, I'm going to actually call it that.
Left, Right or Wrong.
That is fucking brilliant. It's just so shite. It's brilliant.
But I think if Vicovi's mini album gets some momentum, they've kind of got a bit of momentum behind them just now with the new
Definitely.
management and stuff like that. If that mini album kind of hits the vibe right, they'll go huge. But then equally, I think bands like Divides and stuff like that are kind of on their coattails a wee bit. Not saying that there's a similar vibe if you're being kind of lazy and saying, oh, it's women fronted, but they could be huge if that.
I mean, there's a band. Speaking of like girl fronted bands, there's girls with fronts. Band called Altered
Just
Sky.
a beast.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
They've
I
just-
thought we were still talking about Timbercam.
They've just they've finished their debut album now with Romesh from Longwave Studios in Wales,
Oh, cool.
who's a very good, very big name.
Yeah, because Longview's a Green Day song.
Did I,
Thanks for that.
did I say Longview? I said Longwave.
You were about to say Longview.
I know,
You
I was
stopped
like,
yourself,
hang on,
which is
I
really
said
funny.
Longwave.
I know,
No,
but
I
I've
think
been in
I've
it.
always done that
I know,
with
but
Longwave.
no, the thing is,
Longview- yeah, Longwave.
No, but the thing is, I just we've hung about so long.
Yeah,
It's
no, but
like,
no. I'm
you
always the same.
fucking say it.
I could never say Longwave. Longwave, incidentally, were also the name of a really shite English
Shite
band.
band. Do you know?
Awful band.
Me and my girlfriend started getting out at first. That we were talking about like now you just small talking. You start getting each other and stuff, and you're like,
Hello.
So,
like
I've got a
no, I
10
mean, no,
inch
but,
penis.
like, but you're like, yeah.
Well, Colin,
Yeah.
unfortunately,
There's
doesn't
like-
say that.
No, I don't. No, it means it's 12. But yeah, that's why when I have a hard on, I pass out, and I've just pure luck.
Because it's taller than you.
It's taller than me. I was going to say, it's like, this isn't actually a leg. I just actually put like a sketcher on the end of my cock and just hope for the best.
Of all things, other shoes are available.
Sketcher, there you go.
God.
That's product placement for you, bitch.
Please tell me one of the
Skywalker.
wheelie ones.
But I've got it though because I can't.
Anthony could have broken
because
me with that
it doesn't bend in the middle. I mean, but my foreskin's
What
so
a
long when I
horrible
piss, it
image.
looks like a knee. So
That's mad.
Oh, no.
Make it stop and get on with your story.
what the
about
fuck was it?
Longwave.
Sorry, Longwave. We were talking about like
Longwave, you look a bit as well. Nah, you see you like Longwave.
Stopped. It's like the long wave is it? Yeah, the
Jesus
long wave.
Christ. This all started from Altered Sky as well. Right?
Yeah. Sorry guys, but please buy the Timbercam album.
What were you going to say?
Yeah, I don't know. What was I going to say?
I thought about Longwave when you started getting
So we were starting getting out. You talked about like blah 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 bands and different things, and she's like, yeah, there was this fucking shit band. I remember I bought the album. Like I get pure suckered in with one song. I was like, yeah, and the two sort of literally at the same time. So I'm like, a band called like Longwave.
Longwave.
Yeah, and that was the band. It was fucking.
They're
It was a white cover, wasn't it?
They
With
came
this
and
shit.
went in about a year. They were just
Good
they were
because
big,
that is probably for
and
the
they were-
best.
Oh,
It was just
horrible, man.
one song was pretty good, and then that was
But,
literally it. It's just shit.
I mean, speaking of Altered Sky, I mean the thing is, they've mainstream wise, they've not really hit a stride that people would be like household names, but they're actually they're selling out venues.
They're doing well.
And they're actually playing big venues.
Definitely.
And
it just kind of proves that whole thing
on
though,
the music channels, they're actually getting played on rotation in music channels and like
that happened
Scandinavia
with
and stuff like that.
Yashin though. On Scuzz, they were like they were
Do you
number
know
one
what?
in
Do you know
Crying
what?
and Scuzz. They were huge.
See Alton Sky and Yashin, they're very much the same boat in that they're actually quite well-known bands, but they're probably A, no offence to them, not making much money for their efforts, and B,
kind of too old for the thing that they're doing now.
well, potentially, yeah. I think
I don't mean that. No harm to the Yashin. They're good guys.
If they are pulling the crowds, it doesn't really matter.
I don't mean that like harsh in any way. I really don't. I just mean like from a record company's point of view.
Oh yeah, perhaps.
It's disgusting. That's the way people think.
Do
because
what every major label band would do for their bands and just chuck out all the members bar the singer and just get young kids around them. Yeah, just to make it seem fresh.
I genuinely think though that.
There's
a serious problem with the ageism thing.
Oh, definitely. Because it shouldn't be there, but it is.
There's bands out there, man, at the moment I'm seeing, and are fucking
because records don't sell anymore, and sex does. That's the whole problem. They're going to
kinda,
rely on people just fancying the band.
That was basically you got to my point before I got to.
Because the problem is, all record labels want now is to make money off of the 360 deal thing we've talked about before.
Yeah.
They want to make money off all the merch, but they also want to make money on meet and greets.
Of course they do.
And it's Ed Sheeran actually just said recently, he said, I'll never do a meet and greet because I would never want a guy who's a child whose father's got more money than the next child whose father's poor to get more than him. Fair play to him, because obviously with Ed Sheeran he can make millions.
Biffy apparently refused to do stuff as well.
Oh, of course they would. Because the thing is, bands that were born before this whole breed,
but things like that, like bands that have got any script, people in general, it's not even bands, people.
Is it not more like bands who worked from nothing?
I get why bands.
Do you know what though? The busking aspect. Ed Sheeran knows where he came from.
Someone like Rihanna, who's just been picked up because she's a pretty face.
She thinks this is normal.
Yeah. Oh, that record company have made me, so I need to do what they tell me.
I kinda, do you know what though? I kind of get why. See, like bands like maybe Father Son. I know they do sort of meet and greets, but they do it as part of their ticket deal, and I get that purely because
it's not really a financial.
I was going to say no, they're skint and they need the money to do to do what they're doing. I get that, but see, when you're a massive established artist, i.e. Ed Sheeran, I totally get away, but like fuck off. But when you're a sort of young start-up
guys
band,
who should know what he's talking about, Jared Leto.
Fuck me.
Now, 36 to Mars. Now I recently just watched. There's actually one more band I want to talk about who I might think might make it, but 36 to Mars. The band started before he was a big actor, and you'd have thought that he'd be grounded enough to kind of be aware of this bullshit, but he talks about all this sort of
getting sucked off by Cameron Diaz.
Well, yeah. The thing is, they are horrific.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
They're horrific for these meet and greets. I mean, some of their ticket deals are like, there's your $70, your $80 for your ticket at least, and then it's like
double it.
Some of their deals are like $400,
insane, man. It's insane.
$400-$500.
Have you not seen some of the ticket deals you get?
And it's like sickeningly
fucking bonkers.
And some of them are just for that inner
the Killers
circle.
Do it as well.
That inner circle
that.
part of the venues. So they now have that thing where you have Fall Out Boy done that.
Do you know who the first band was to do that I know of anyway? Was Metallica. They used to do the Snake Pit. And it was like
the whole sort of golden circle thing.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I'm looking for.
Snake Pit used to do.
Every band's got their own names for it.
What was it?
But obviously we could talk at length for all. We could talk at length about all that, the money shit. I don't want to keep going for too long, but a band, again, this is absolutely blown my mind that they're not a band who are really in anyone's face with like a household name, but they've played the ABC twice now, Main Hall. Vigo Thieves.
Yep.
How strange.
How did that come about?
Now here's the fucked up thing, right? I'm not bad mouthing them because personally I don't think musically they've really got it. I'm not a massive fan. I've known Chris Gorman, who's only been in the band a year, the keyboard player. Last in. I was going to say last in, last out. He's not out, but last in. So he's a new guy.
Not an electronics firm, getting a fucking business, mate.
He's a last in the band, and I've known him for a long time. And
I think one of the things that helps them though is it's got that thing with the SFA, because they're the anthem for the Scotland team for this campaign.
Yeah. But I mean, interestingly enough, I'd heard.
I didn't see the Vigo Thieves coming though. I'm not going to lie.
But what I'm saying is,
totally
I don't know anyone that's really a fan. Yet they've sold out the ABC. I don't get it.
Well,
I don't understand how that happens.
I vaguely remember they did the first either Summer Nights or New Year's Revolution at Tuts.
That's right. Well, they're playing again this year as well.
Yeah. Well, they're doing the big February thing at Tuts.
The February one, the anniversary. But what I was going to say was they actually, I heard a story, and it's funny how this might not. I don't want to break a story that shouldn't have been broke, but
Fuck it.
By hell or high water, I know that they were hoping to be on South by Southwest this year.
Awesome.
And I think they've got their fucking backs up because apparently they're not getting to play. They're not going to get to go.
Why is that?
I don't know. But it's annoyed them.
Or something like that?
I don't know what's happening.
Do you know what,
all
though?
I'm saying is, if they hear this, they might be annoyed that I've said that because they might not want to say that in public. But you know what? I heard that
Thing is, a lot of
I heard that
Scottish
from a third party.
yeah.
So fuck it. It's
A lot of Scottish
fourth-hand
bands
information
really,
to me.
really want to do South by Southwest.
Of course they do.
As much as
Every band in the world like to do, right? But at the end of the day, you know, you should.
But what you're saying is right. What I think's really annoying about that story is the fact that if they're annoyed about it, I don't think any band even.
I wouldn't damage them to me if they came out and were annoyed.
I don't think. What I'm saying is, I don't think any band should feel entitled to play.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I don't think they feel
you put it
entitled,
better.
apparently.
Yeah, that really fucking bugs me because there's bands out there, man, that are better. Purely better.
Bands talk about paying their dues and stuff like that and playing this, that.
That's bullshit. It's nothing to do with paying your dues, man. Fuck
that's
off.
How bands say it. That's how bands say it. I'm not saying they do, but I've got a feeling that's how the Vigo
I've played the band for 10 years, got nowhere. Let's be honest, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, right?
And if you manage to get on South by Southwest, you treat it as an absolute bonus.
Absolute fucking bonus, right? At no point, there was talk that, but it was only because I knew somebody that could have helped us out. It never happened. It just sort of fell through. But it could have happened in a roundabout way. But there was different things. Yeah, kind of because I can't really get into too much about this, but the South by Southwest thing isn't as kind of arty as you think. It's there's a lot of dealings under the table,
but a lot of it is cost. And the band, the Dakinis, went in 2007.
Do you know what's a band I really liked?
And they went because Glasgow Arts Council or whoever it was granted them the money to go.
I think it was the same with Las Vegas when they went the first
time. Probably. Do you know what? It is for a lot of bands because a lot of bands can't afford to do it. I don't know how Pride's were managing
right, they can't do it.
Because Pride's went twice now.
Pride's went. I think Alan McRae was picked to do something. And obviously, he's a manager. He was picked to do a showcase or something like that.
Right. The thing is, with Alan McRae, he's had tie, but he's been there about 4 years.
Yeah.
He's been going there for a long time because he used to do the thing that I used to think was great that picked up a lot was the Detour thing for him.
They've got a massive Hogmanay gig in Edinburgh.
Detour do?
Yeah, Father Son are playing it.
There you go. I've seen that. You're right. Yep. So there you go. I mean, the Detour thing was great for bands, and like, I think that's probably what helped bands that he might have known.
Aye.
Again, you can't.
Well, I mean that's. I mean, Pride's as were on one of the early Detours as Midnight Lines or Midnight Lines. Sorry.
Of course they were. Yep.
Yeah, but that's Pride's though.
In fact, that was the same one as.
I mean, to be fair, it's one in the same band. They've just got a bit of a flashier outlook now.
Yeah.
More lights.
Yeah. More lights.
Player.
I kind of like
more bot likes.
I like how Detours kind of evolved from the web series to now they just put on big gigs.
Well, what fries my brain about Detour is the fact that I remember 5 years ago, Ian in the aforementioned Tempercam, whose album's never coming out, he played in the first ever Detour gig under, I think the band...
I'm not bitter!
What were they called? Jousting with Dracula. Right, that's what they're called. Jousting with Dracula.
That's a great name though.
No, that's a fucking great name. I didn't like the band. I thought the band were shit. But they didn't live for very long. That was done. The whole band died.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you joust with Dracula.
No. It was good for what it was. It was instrumental, kind of prog, kind of metal, stoner stuff. It was alright. It just wasn't my cup of tea.
I used to like their cover of Longview.
They played... But they played the first Detour gig. I'm pretty sure it was the first Detour gig. If it wasn't, it was the second one. And it blows my mind to think that was at Block in... Well, they were all at Block mainly, and it was 2009 in like the summer, and that was the start of Detour. So everything happened, and then you got to, basically Ali McRae. Not to dwell on this because obviously I made an enemy of him recently.
He loves you, really.
Fuck him, right? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's my opinion, right? But the point is, fuck him. He's a radio DJ. He's not allowed to have an opinion. He's got to say what he's told. But
fuck you, man.
But
but he gets paid, the fucker.
Summer 2009.
Jamie, he gets paid.
Summer 2009. They basically started this whole thing, and it was the web series thing that interviewed bands. He was an unknown name, and then within a year, he was then basically the new DJ for Radio 1.
Yep.
and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, how the fuck does that happen? So it just shows you how much Detour, and all Detour was a slickly put together web series of bands and successful block gigs.
Well, Carnivor's not on that.
Oh, so
they've done the thing where they blindfold them, put them if I remember
the kidnaps.
Yeah,
the kidnaps are phenomenal.
They were actually cover that, man.
So
that was good.
There's hope for us yet then.
Oh, I think
there is. Yeah.
Well,
there's hope for you guys
because they were doing HD videos in 2009, and folk were still like, I can't afford the HD telly back then.
I can't even fucking. It's like I'm on dial-up.
They were ahead of their time purely because they're a good circle of friends and a lot of motivation. Like, they had people that could help them do things.
Why not though? Do you know,
of course, why not?
No.
It's just all about the right place, right time, and
absolutely. That's kind of my point though with the whole thing. Like, I'm owed, success. Bullshit, man. It's who you know, how you go about it.
There are millions of people with good ideas, good music, good companies. Not
myth,
everyone makes it.
See, that's what I was going to say. This myth that you release a great album, you release a great single, you've got a great idea, a great tune. It doesn't always necessarily.
If you say, we've toured the UK 20 times, we've recorded 4 albums, we're due this, it's like, do you know what, mate? 10,000 other bands have done the exact
prime
same
example
thing.
of that. I remember playing a band years ago called, I think they've played with Jamie.
Yeah, I've done their sound.
Yeah, right. Well, that band though, I remember, like, they've done a lot, an awful lot.
10k boost,
4k boost,
4k
boost. I don't know. It was some fucking ridiculous boost they asked for, right? But anyways, I'm not slagging these guys off a little as much as I should be, but I remember we did a lot. But, they were nice enough guys, that stuff like that, but like just 100k boost on a fucking drum kit, that's a ridiculous thing.
Only cats will hear that.
Only cats will hear that, and it's right up there with asking for a fucking blue M&Ms. Just shut the fuck up, stop doing it. But anyway, what I was saying was, they kind of thought that, like, we're headlining, that's kind of band, we're owed that because we've toured Germany or something like that. It's like,
yeah.
What the fuck does that even mean? Like, give us a fuck. Like, I don't care, do you know what I mean? We've sold more tickets than you here. Do you know what I mean? And I don't even want to go on after you. I want to go on before you. I want you to headline because that means I can fuck off sooner. Do you know what I mean? And go to another gig and do what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? Because nobody's fucking here other than the people that we paid. Not paid, sorry.
I mean, nowadays,
they paid to be here.
More than ever, no one's really made it unless you can actually buy out the venue you're playing in outright and buy out everyone's job that's in the venue, because other than that you're not a band that's made it, because there's no money to be made.
I'll tell you what though, the best thing about 2014 for me is people or bands are starting to realise that the best way to put a gig on is basically hire the venue yourself, get some bands, your friends even, make it a brilliant night and do it yourself. Fucking, you don't need promoters, just do it yourselves, guys, man. Seriously,
NHC, that promotions company.
No, but NHC end of the day though are doing the exact. They're basically hiring out venues and stuff and putting gigs on for people. Yeah. They're just cutting out a middleman. I mean, they're not taking a penny. They're decent guys. Man. That's a good thing.
The principle is there. Yeah.
Actually, do you know what we never mentioned? One of the highlights, hands down, is Jamie opening the shop. That's amazing. That's an amazing
thing. We never talked about that.
That's shocking. We should have. That is an amazing thing, man.
Hidden Lane, Argyle Street. There's loads of. There's about 120.
Probably not the best address for a business is Hidden Lane.
If you can't find it, you're probably not allowed to. You're probably not supposed to be going there.
But like, there's a massive.
You should make me think you're carer.
Massive collection of kind of older vinyls and stuff like that. Real
cracking porn collection
in there. But not on top of that, there's like 125 bands or something that signed up, and it's so there's bands that are stocked up in the shop, like Colonel Mustard and the Dijon 5, I think they're called. Huxtable, really wide range, 125 bands are signed up.
Divides is up as well, isn't it?
They selling their gear in the shop?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know.
I know.
I thought they were.
Megatron or whatever the fuck I called them earlier on, are selling their stuff in there.
Megalomaniacs.
Megatron.
Megalomatic.
Bow before me!
So it's a diverse group as well that are selling their gear in the shop.
They also sell fucking smack.
But I think, like, for me, the best thing's been the podcast this year.
Well, obviously, because we're involved in it, man. And we're awesome.
To me, that's the only thing.
Yeah, nothing else is matters.
Yeah, nothing else matters.
It hasn't. That's all that matters to me.
So I suppose
best
nothing else matters. Snake Pit.
Snake Pit's the best
Snake
thing.
Pit, motherfucker.
I suppose we should finish this clusterfuck.
I'm actually really looking forward to getting my G.I. Joe box set, 50th anniversary box set. 3B figures. I'm real chuffed at. I bet I've got. It's the only thing I asked Santa for.
That's smashing news.
I just
You're about an hour late. On
I
that
just
answer.
realised that I forgot to answer it. So there you go.
None of us really answered it properly
Yeah,
at all. Anyway.
continuity.
Fucking
And,
hell.
do you know what? I'm also getting.
Thanks for listening.
We were. There will be fireworks.
You've probably turned off by now. Folks.
It's an amazing, absolutely amazing band. So there you go. Cool.
I suppose thanks for everyone.
Cool. Fuck you, you dick.
Cool.
So, anyways, this is all getting cut.
Cool.
This was supposed to be a half-hour podcast 3
It's
hours ago.
a fail. Do you know what? Fuck
Do you
it.
know what? Folk
It's
are
Christmas, man.
Folk are vegetating. Bye.
Yeah. Bye,
At
guys.
this point,
Happy New Year.
Happy Merry Christmas year. Bye.
Happy Merry Christmas.
Drops mic.